Statistics South Africa will release its quarterly labour force survey later today, which will give us an idea of the direction of South Africa's unemployment rate that remains stubbornly high. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo is out at the StatsSA offices ahead of that presentation. Ntokozo, good morning to you. Should we expect the momentum to retreat somewhat in terms of the losses of jobs and those people who have simply become despondent trying to look for work?
Good morning, Goli. Well, if the weather out in Pretoria is anything or a sign that economists might be right, that we're not going to get good news out of StatsSA for the first quarter of the year when it comes to those unemployment numbers. Now, in the fourth quarter of last year, as you rightfully say, we did see a retreat in the unemployment numbers, falling to 32.6 or 7% rather, from 32.9% in the 3 months prior to that. But as you just said, if we actually include or take the extended definition of unemployment that includes people that are willing and able to work but have been discouraged from finding employment, that number actually for the fourth quarter stood at well over 42%. And economists have really been warning since then that that momentum is not likely to continue as South Africa continues to face those headwinds both in the local and global front to the economy that continues to weigh on the country's ability to create sustainable jobs. Now, earlier I did speak to the University of Johannesburg's College for Business and Economics, Professor Miriam Altman, on her forecast for the first quarter of the year when it comes to the country's unemployment rates. And let's take a quick listen to what she had to say, Goli. Well, it seems we don't have that bite, but basically what Professor Altman said is just that expectations, drilling in that economists are expecting those numbers to go back up in the first quarter. Of course, load shedding being one of the major issues that continues to weigh on job creation. But clearly, when we do cover unemployment on a quarterly basis, we also do try to look at all angles and all factors that are driving unemployment, but also explore some of the opportunities that are coming to the global workforce forefront, and one of those being artificial intelligence and the impact that it has on the future of work, and whether South Africa is really geared to take or take charge of those opportunities. And I will be posing those questions to the Stats General after he's released the numbers for the first quarter on what statistics have to say when it comes to the opportunities but also the risks that artificial intelligence does present, and whether South Africa is geared to use those opportunities to create jobs. We've spoken people in the space who says that artificial intelligence could actually create jobs in spaces including safety and security as well as the energy sector, which of course are very important features for South Africa's economy when it comes to us being able to attract that investment, being able to continue to grow the economy, and of course create those jobs. So I will be back a little bit later on with that update once the numbers are out. For now, it's back to you, Goli, in studio.
Thank you very much. Our colleague there, Ntokozo Khumalo, looking out for those employment numbers expected to be released at around 11 today.